The year was 20,124. Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed champion, stood victorious in the center of the ring. The Las Vegas crowd, a cacophony of cheers and chants. He had just defeated Munguia in a dominant performance, silencing doubters who questioned his staying power. Yet amidst the celebration, a quiet resolve simmered within Canelo. This fight, he knew, wouldn't just be another win, it would be his last retirement. Whispers had trailed Canelo for a while. At 33, his age wasn't a glaring concern, but the sport takes its toll. Grueling training, the constant pressure to perform, the nagging injuries, they all chipped away at the once invulnerable fighter. "My body talks to me," Canelo confided in a post-fight interview. "It tells me when it's time tonight. It told me this was a beautiful chapter, but the book is closing." The decision wasn't impulsive. Canelo had hinted at this turning point earlier, maybe 3-4 more years, he'd said in a recent interview. "But it depends on how I feel. There will come a day when I say it's time to dedicate myself to other things." Munguia, a young, hungry challenger, presented the perfect opportunity. A win would be a fitting culmination, a final flourish on a legendary career. The fight itself was a masterclass in controlled aggression, Canelo showcasing the experience that separated him from his challenger. Weathered Munguia's early storm. A young lion, Canelo acknowledged, "He comes out fast, throws bombs, but I knew I had to be patient, use my ring IQ." As the rounds progressed, Canelo's calculated punches wore Munguia down. A picture-perfect counter left hook in the sent a shockwave through the arena. Announcing the end was near. Final bell was a mere formality. A unanimous decision cemented Canelo's supremacy. But the victory wasn't just about dominance, it was about legacy. Canelo had scaled unimaginable. He unified multiple super middleweight titles, ventured into light heavyweight territory, and faced the best the sport had to offer. "I achieved everything I set out to do," he declared, a hint of pride in his voice. From a young kid in Guadalajara to undisputed champion, it's a dream come true. Retirement, however, wasn't the end of the story. Canelo, a shrewd businessman with a burgeoning tequila empire, had his sights set on new horizons. "Boxing gave me everything," he said. "Now I want to give back. I'll be focusing on promoting young fighters, helping them navigate this crazy world." His influence, it seemed, would continue to shake the sport, albeit from the outside. The news of Canelo's retirement sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Tributes poured in, hailing him as an all-time great. "He's not just a champion," said his longtime trainer Eddie Reynosa. "He's an inspiration. His dedication, his work ethic, that's what made him special." Canelo's departure left a void, but also a sense of closure. He left the sport on his own terms, undefeated in his last fight. It was a poignant ending, a perfect encapsulation of a remarkable journey, the journey of a young Mexican boy who conquered the world of boxing one powerful punch at a time. As the curtain closed on Canelo's in-ring career, one thing was certain: his legacy as a boxing icon would forever be etched in history.
Alright guys, we got some breaking news as Canelo will make an important announcement about his career live on Mexican TV channel Azteca on Tuesday. Is Canelo retiring? Is Canelo going to give us his last 2-3 fights announced already? We'll find out on Tuesday. But Bud Crawford has been seen sparring undefeated super middleweight Lester Martinez. So is Canelo and Bud happening next? Now I doubt Canelo will retire. He still has probably a good 2 to 3 more fights left in him, super fights at that, to make him super money. But I really hope we get a David Benavidez fight. If Canelo retires without fighting David Benavidez, that's going to be the craziest duck of him.
He's going to announce his next fight or two. I think he's going to say that he's going to fight Terence Crawford and David Benavidez, and then he's going to retire. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I can just see Canelo fighting 1 or 2 more fights and then just riding off to the sunset. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better ending for Canelo if that's how he ended his career. So I think that's what's going to happen, but I'm really excited and curious what he's going to say tomorrow. So let me know what you guys think.
With anticipation on May 4th, 2024, as the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas buzzed with a unique energy, 2 Mexican warriors, Canelo Alvarez and Jaime Munguia, were about to collide in a fight steeped in history and national pride. Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight champion, a seasoned veteran with a reputation for calculated brilliance, was facing a young lion in Munguia, a fighter known for his relentless aggression. This wasn't just a championship bout, it was a clash of styles, a battle between experience and youthful vigor. Canelo, at 33, was nearing the twilight of his incredible career. Despite a few recent close calls, he remained the undisputed king at 168. I know some are saying Father Time is catching up, Canelo said in a pre-fight interview, a determined glint in his eye. But I've trained harder than ever for this. I have something to prove to myself and to the fans. Munguia, on the other hand, was a rising star. This is my moment, Munguia declared with a quiet confidence. I respect Canelo, but I'm not afraid. I'm coming to take what's rightfully mine. At 27, Munguia boasted an undefeated record and a reputation for ferocious, come forward, fighting. His hunger to dethrone the king was palpable. Opening bells sent a jolt through the arena. Munguia, true to his word, came out blazing. He threw punches in bunches, testing Canelo's reflexes and defense. He started strong, Canelo admitted later. He's young, explosive, but I knew I had to weather the storm. Canelo, the master tactician, remained composed, used his superior footwork to create angle slipping. Mia's wild swings while peppering him with sharp jabs. Patience is key, Canelo thought to himself, his years of experience guiding him. I need to make him work, make him miss. The crowd roared with each successful counter from Canelo, their admiration for his calculated approach evident as the fight progressed. A tactical chess match unfolded. Mia's aggression started to one replaced by frustration as Canelo began to control the tempo. The champion exploited openings, landing sharp body shots that visibly took their toll on the challenger. I felt him slowing down, Canelo observed. That's when I knew I could turn up the heat. The turning point came in the 8th round. Canelo unleashed a picture-perfect counter left hook that caught Munguia flush on the chin. The challenger wobbled momentarily, his eyes glazed with surprise. Sensing blood in the water, Canelo pressed forward, unleashing a flurry of punches that sent Munguia reeling. That was the shot I was waiting for, Canelo said, a hint of satisfaction in his voice. It opened things up. The final rounds were a masterclass in Canelo's dominance. He picked Munguia apart, showcasing the full repertoire of his skills: sharp jabs, powerful hooks, and precise footwork. Munguia never gave up. His defiance was met with calculated brutality from the champion. Final bell was met with a mixture of cheers and relief. Canelo had emerged victorious, retaining his titles with a unanimous decision. It wasn't easy, Canelo admitted after the fight, the exhaustion evident on his face. Shim's a tough competitor, but I knew I had to dig deep and leave everything in the ring. Munguia, though defeated, earned the respect of the entire boxing world. Came up short tonight, he said, a touch of disappointment in his voice, but I gave it my all. Canelo is a true champion. I learned a lot from him. Tonight, Lowe's victory over Munguia wasn't just a championship defense, it was a statement. It silenced doubters who questioned his staying power and cemented his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of his generation. This fight was more than just a win, Canelo concluded, a hint of pride in his voice. It was about proving that I'm still at the top of my game. Night marked a changing of the guard, with Canelo passing the torch to a new generation of fighters while leaving an indelible mark on the sport he had dominated for so long.
I know a lot of people are talking to you about your future, but you have more fights behind you than ahead of you. So have you started thinking about your legacy, your long-term legacy, and what you want that to be?
I don't know.
What do you want? You're not there yet?
I'm not thinking about that yet. So I don't know.
Like that, Canelo. Why does it seem like you're not cherry picking opponents? You'll just fight anybody. What is it about you that gives you that mindset?
It's because I love boxing. That's why I love boxing. I love challenge. I love feel that adrenaline. You know? I feel I need to accomplish everything to be in the books of the history of boxing. That's why I'm here. So, and I love what I do.
You know, I was going to ask you about retirement. Not that you're still absolutely incredible, but you've accomplished everything. How much longer do you think you will do this, Canelo?
Final bell, and Canelo Alvarez's victory over Jaime Munguia had barely faded when a quiet bombshell dropped in a post-fight interview. His voice thick with emotion, Canelo announced his retirement from boxing. The news sent shockwaves through the fight world, leaving fans and fellow legends grappling with the end of an era. Canelo's decision, though surprising, wasn't entirely unexpected. Whispers of retirement had been swirling for a while. At 33, the toll of a grueling career was starting to show. My body talks to me, Canelo confided. It tells me when it's time tonight. It told me this was a beautiful chapter, but the book is closing. Boxing fraternity reacted swiftly.